Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back for another build showcase or kind of like a little save file snippet. So as you may or may not know, I was sick for about 3 weeks. I'm still not 100% better, but I did start recording. So I just put up episode 3 of Single Father, and I was working on my save file quite a bit while I was sick because I didn't really have the energy to play or record or anything like that. But I definitely had some creative flow, so I decided to work on my save file and I wanted to showcase Granite Falls. I'll do a more in depth tour of the save in another video because I have finally completed Oasis Springs. It was such a challenge. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and that build style is not familiar to me, and all I had left was the big lots. And y'all, I was it was a task, but I completed it and I'm super happy with it, so I can't wait to show you guys that. However, this video is about Granite Falls. I have decided to turn Granite Falls into two different things. So in the save that I'm going to show you today, it is set up as a summer camp slash vacation spot. And in the second one, I'd like to kind of focus it kind of as what it was meant to be, just like a family vacation spot for all of the lots. So this particular lot here, as you see, is the family cabin. But I want to do like a world of family cabins and maybe like a restaurant or something like that. This lake will stay here because this lake is gorgeous, and I feel like it's beneficial to either way I decide to go with this. But today we're going to show you guys the summer camp. So if you watched my Family Ties series, then you know that my kids went to summer camp. I decided to kind of renovate it because before I was using a couple builds that I had done and some builds that I got off the gallery, but I really wanted to redo it myself with all my own builds for my own save file. So that's what I've done. So we're going to go ahead and look at this particular lot first. Okay guys, so here we are at the campgrounds. I haven't officially named it. It just says youth campgrounds because I like to kind of set up my lots so I remember what they're supposed to be, because sometimes I leave the save and I don't come back for days and then I'm like, what was I supposed to put here? So I don't know if anybody else does that, but I definitely do. So this is where you would drop your kids off for the first day of camp, and it consists of 3 cabins and then the showers and bathrooms. And I've just set up a little space. You can see this tent out here. Let me turn the grid off. This tent out here is for the camp counselors to kind of stay out here if they want to, just hang out, chill. We've got a picnic table for them where they can sit and kind of play guitar and just hang out. We've got the fire pit here because they do have a weenie roast on their first day, or their first night rather. And then we have a little game of horseshoes out here. As you can see, we've got the shower stalls, and if I can maneuver the camera, shower stalls and bathrooms. And then we have the 3 cabins over here. So they pretty much have the same setup except the middle one. This cabin is for the kids. This one is for the counselors. As you can see, we've just got like a little card table and a chore chart, things like that, a way for them to keep up with their groups or troops, however you want to call it. And then we have the other cabin. So I didn't want to do anything too crazy. It's unisex, so they can go wherever they want. They can customize these rooms as they, when they come in, if they want, with some of their things. But it just looked a little bit neater to me. And I'm the type of person, I don't like for builds to be too overcrowded or look too busy. It just looks messy when I'm playing. So I decided to go with a more clean, uniform sort of look. But that is that particular lot. We're going to go over to the chow hall now. So this is where the kids would come and kind of have parent day. I think like that last day is parent day, where they can say their goodbyes to everyone, but they can invite their families up to have lunch with them as well. I did set it as a generic lot because in my LP, I had one of my camp counselors do the cooking. So every morning she would wake up a little bit earlier to come out and prepare breakfast for everyone and, make the sack lunches that they'd be using throughout the day. But this is the chow hall. We've got some picnic tables out here so the kids can come outside and eat if it's nice out. Just some seating outside if they want to have like some private conversations. Maybe the girls want to gossip about some of the boys or whatever. Let's turn this grid off. It's very similar to the lot that I used in my LP. I kind of liked that setup, but I made a couple changes. It just looks a little bit better, well designed. I do have different colored tables because maybe you have like different troops, two different troops, and so you want your troop over here and the other troop over there, or it's really just there. It's not for competitive purposes. I just, wanted to have different colors in here so everything didn't look too uniform. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. Again, kind of trying to keep things in a pretty uniform setup. But this is where your counselor would come and cook at these little workstations. And then we've got the big kitchen in here just to I really wanted to represent like a large camp feel. Even though you're not going to have a ton of kids here, I wanted it to feel like they were part of a big camp program. So next we're going to go over to the information/skill building center. I wasn't sure about the name, but it's where your kids will come. They can come and build their skills on skill day, or I think they come here every day except for one or two, because I do have a small itinerary for them, or you can kind of just free wing it. But this is where they'd come to do their skills. So this is what it looks like. Is the grid on? I hope not. I want it off. But let's go ahead and go inside. Okay. So when you go in, I'm going to try to go in a better angle. Let's lower it to maybe eye level. I really love it. So straight ahead is where the kids can sit and do art, play on this little building blocks table. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what we're going to say it is. We've got a couple large easels, maybe for teens or for teachers who are teaching the class. I imagine this table is where they could sit, the teens can sit and do some craft work or whatever. I just really love the way that it feels. We've got the reading nook space for the children. It looks so colorful and cute and just inviting, and it's a vibe, and I love it. I really, really love it. This room in here is just a little more private. They can sit in here and play Don't Wake the Llama, or they can play with the little hamster. It's really cute. And then in this room, we have the woodworking station for teens. It's kind of like this side is for teens because out here they can work on flower arranging. And then on this side, the kids can work on the science/chem lab. I'm not sure what that's called, but you know what I'm talking about. And then we have our stage area so they can work on musical skills as well. We've got a couple instruments out here. We've got the microphone, and then we've got the puppet show. So they can either put on a play at the end of the camp, or they can just do like a little talent showcase. That's what I intended for it to be. But use your imagination. I just like to think of different gameplay ideas as I'm building so that you can kind of let your mind be as free and unlimited as possible. Next, we're going to go over to the ranger station. This build is like the nature center that I went to in my LP. So it's where the kids ideally would learn about the animals of the forest, how to keep the forest safe, camp safety, fire safety, that sort of thing. And I really like how this one turned out too. I think this one and the campgrounds are probably my favorite builds out of the whole thing. But I wanted a designated ranger station, and I think this turned out perfect for what I wanted it for. So let's turn the grid off and go inside. I'm sorry if this seems a little bit hectic, but we're in build mode, so it's a little bit different. So when you come in, again, it just has those cozy vibes. I'm really loving it. It's basically the Ranger hangout station, right? So they've got a fireplace and a cozy little living room set up, all the little trinkets and things like that. Fish are all around. I tried to make it as organic as possible. They've got a card table, a bathroom over there. And then this is where they kind of teach the children so the kids can go around. I did make sure that everything was accessible this time because that was part of the problem with my last nature center build. The kids couldn't actually go up to most of the items because of the way that I had used the alt 9, 0, and 9 keys. So I did try to set it up where they can access everything, but they learn about the fish here, the bugs, the park. I thought I had something else down here, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, it's really cute. So that's the first floor. The second floor, whoa, I don't know what happened with that. The second floor is just where the rangers kind of come up and hang out. So they prepare their meals up here. They can conversate. They can get a little sleep by either sleeping on this couch over here, or we do have a Murphy bed for them to rest on as well. And then there's a chess table out here, I do believe. Yep, chess table. And then the third floor is kind of the watch area or the watchtower area. So we've got a bird feeder up here. They can teach the kids about birds, do some bird watching. They can watch, kind of look over the view of the campgrounds and everything. And then this is kind of where I would imagine the radio would be if we actually had one, for the rangers to call out. But it's just another little cozy space where they can read or paint, that sort of thing. Listen to music on the record player. But that is this particular lot. Let's go ahead and go over to the family cabin. I'll show you guys that. Well, I'll show you the lake first because that is part of the summer camp. The family cabin isn't. I just put that there because I did want to still have a place where if you wanted to come to Granite Falls as a family, you could. So that's why I put that one cabin there. But the lake is a part of the summer camp as well. So we'll tour that, and then I'll let the family cabin kind of be a surprise for you guys if you decide to download it or download the save file or whatever. This is the Falls Clear Lake. It is really, really, really nice. So I imagine you can come up here. I tried to make it feel as alive as possible. I imagine you could come up here and pitch a tent. I tried to leave an area, some open areas over there so you could pitch your own tent because I don't know if you can actually camp in the tents that I already have set up, but I just wanted it to feel and look like people were actually staying up here. So this is where the kids would come for their water fun day or movie night. But we have some picnic tables, some horseshoes. So I set this as an actual park, I think, so you can come visit this lake whether you're a part of the summer camp or not. You can just come up here and do a camping trip whenever. But we've got the restrooms, and then we've got a couple families who have kind of set up. I imagine this might be like a little couple. You see the little woohoo bush over there, families over here. Really cute. They're having some fun. I can see the fire. I see the guitar. They have a really nice view. They picked a really good spot as well. Over here is the actual help desk or information center. This is where the kids from summer camp will come. This is for them for their movie night. So they just have this little pavilion where they can set up and watch movies. They have a popcorn machine so they can eat popcorn while they watch their movie. I don't think they can actually swim in this lake. I wanted it to be a pool, but it just didn't look good. So I decided this looked better, but I don't think they can actually swim in it. So that's unfortunate, but there's still things for them to do. We have I think this was like meant to be for a lone sim who was camping out by himself. And then these are the open spots where you could set up your tent. As you can see, we just have this beautiful lake. The kids have the water bucket here, the water balloon bucket, so they can have water balloon fights. I did include things that they could do. I just don't think they could swim in the actual lake. But that is the summer camp overall. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't want to ramble on too much. If you did enjoy it, if you liked it, if you think it's something that you'd be interested in, please feel free to leave me a sweet comment letting me know. I'm sorry. Yeah, my baby said like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.